Hello, sport fans. Mauricio here. So let me demonstrate saving a row, and then we'll look at that code. So I've been updating, going to sell a lot of Luka jerseys. So let's go ahead and put in the XL. So let's see if this works. So Lakers. Okay. Buy 24 of them, save a product. And it gave a message. All right, so it's not on the list, and it was added. Press the clear button to refresh the list to verify new product was added. So for example, oh, it's already there. Hey, look at that. How about over here? It's already there. So I was wrong. I thought you had to press the clear button to get it to show there, but I guess that code is in another section. Okay, so our new product, Excel, is there. Let me see if I can add it again. It's working. So Excel is already on the list. Process ended. Yeah, nice. All right, so let's take a look at how those both worked. I wanted to start by showing again the products table. So inside the depths of Featherman Analytics is the products table. So it's called My Products. So product ID, name, category. So that would be a foreign key, but we're not going to worry about that. Now, here's the things here you want to focus on is first, the primary key is auto number. So we come down to identity specification and put that as auto number. When we do sales details, we can't do auto number because you can have invoice 10 and 25 line items. So that would be invoice 10 item 1, invoice 10 item 2, invoice 10 item 3. So the invoice number would be, duplicated. So that could not be auto number. Each row will not have a individual invoice number. So we can't use identity auto number columns in the sales details table, but we certainly can use them in the products table. You're just going to have one product 1, one product 2, etc. Also, the metrics here should have default value 0. Number times sold, total sold, stock value, revenue generated. They should all have a default value of 0. The way SQL works is that null plus 10 equals crash, but 0 plus 10 is 10. So there's the schema. Here's my list of products, 28. And then here's the new one for this series is the sales details. Again, no primary key here, so that's a whole bunch more learning that don't think we have time for right away. And the product ID is not a foreign key to the products table, so we could do more there, but we're doing an express version. So we put the invoice date in there. And out of that invoice date, I want to parse out the day of the month to look for variance, repeatable variances in the day of the month. The 15th and 16th and the 29th and 30th, are the weekends after paychecks. So we could look at sales after that. Day of week, 1 through 7. It's interesting to look at sales by day of week. Nobody likes to see day number 1, 2, 3, so we have day name. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then you have to make sure that you sort the day name by the day number. Same thing with month name. Nobody likes to look at month number 1, 2, 3, so we're going to put month names, but then when we put them in the charts, we'll have to sort the month name by the month number. Week is pretty useful. Year, month, for example, we are in 2025 1-1. So 11 for, so that'll be 6 digits, 202511. So year is 4 digits, and then 2 digits for month. And we do that so we can draw line charts. And I don't know what I was thinking, delivered, true or false, was the product delivered yet? So if the product was delivered, we can't change the line item. So if we were going to update the line items, we would only want to update line items that haven't been delivered yet. So here's my current list of products, of sales, and all reports are going to be built off of this sales details table. All right, so how did we save the data? So the first step is error checking. We want them to have a category. We want them to put the cost in there. If they didn't put a cost, that's a problem. If they put something in the cost text box, but it wasn't a number, that's a problem. If the text name, product name is empty, that's a problem. If any of these are problems, give a nice message and then exit stop. So this or else. If any of these are problems, then we get the check data message and then the thing shuts off. All right, so we start with error checking. So we always do input, process, output. You start with error checking, then you make your variables. All right, so how did we see if the product was already in the table so we don't add it? I don't want to have the same product in my table. So I'm going, before we add the product, we're going to see, hey, is that product already in the table? So select count. And by the way, that is not a data adapter. So we're going to use data adapters for inserting rows, displaying data, and updating rows. We're going to use a SQL command to run a select statement, select count, or select max. We just want to get back one number. So we're going to use a SQL command when we want to get back one number. We'll also use it for deleting. You'll see that later. But I want to get back a number. So if it's 0, is that product in my table, extra large shirts? No. Okay, then go ahead and add it. Is that product in my table, extra large shirts? Yes. Well, then stop. So there's the command, and then the command has got parameters. So this parameter is a value, and we need to send it to the SQL query in the database, to go count how many products have that name. And it is an exact search, is the equal sign there, so there's no like going on. So we're looking for exact searches, which I think makes sense. And all right, so we have to get that value. All right, so we want to check what they typed in the product name text box. Well, we have to give that value to input parameter. The input parameter is for the command, so that when we run the command, so this is where we open. So by the way, all your database interaction should go in a try catch block, and you should definitely add the response message so that you can get back error messages and you can see what's going on. So we open the connection and then go ahead and run this command that's called check product. And what does it do? Check product, what does it do? It counts how many rows in the table have that product name. All right, so this line 150 is running the red select statement, select count, and it's getting the number, and it's bringing it back, and it's assigning it to a local variable. So when you see an equal sign, code in Visual Studio anyway, is right to left. So get the value from the select statement and go stick it in this local variable, and then we use a nice case statement. Case it's 0, the product was not in the table, so go ahead and add it. Case the product is in the table, well then tell them, hey, we already got that, and then exit sub, which is, just the stop button. All right, so this first try catch. So we open the connection, run a command, give a message, and then close the connection to the database. So this is a error checking. We do not go further, which would be to add a new row. We do not go further if it's already in the table. Don't go further, but that's important. We don't want duplicates. So what are the steps? So we pass the schema into this array, so it knows what columns it has. So it'll help you with this code. By the way, when this code doesn't work, 90% of the times it's a typo in the column name. So we create a new row. We fill all the columns. Even though I had default values there, I didn't trust it right away. I'm still testing it. So I'm telling it to, you've got zeros in those 4 metric columns. So add a new row, fill the columns. So my new row is DR, and we're going right to left. So put that in there. By the way, sales price, I am not letting the program user type in sales price. They can type in cost, and then I'll take costs and bump it up 50% for, which is a combination of paying my bills and getting a proprietor's draw based on a 50% markup. And so we create a new row, we fill the columns, then we add that row to the array. And now that's all the hard part. And now look at the easy part. Hey, data adapter.update. So that's the second superpower of the data adapter. The first is that it can fill or fetch or get rows of data from a table. All of them or some of them. The second superpower is update. So .fill is the first data adapter superpower. The second is .update. .update is, hey, go take the changes in the array. So here's the array, whatever changes are in there. So if there were 5 new records, they would all be in that array, and you could punch them all back, save them to all the database all at once. So we're doing one row at a time. And it's a line item. It kind of makes sense. But take the data that's changed or in the array and go use it to go update the backend database. And the data adapter does that for you. And the data adapter can only do that if it has a command builder. The command builder writes the SQL statements. We didn't write, in this case, a SQL insert statement. So thank you, command builder. All right, so after you update the database, then go clear out the array in memory, and then go run that nice procedure again to go fetch all the data and stick it on the first web page, the products data, and go fill that one drop-down list. So you could see it's very nice to use these general procedures, and you can, like I said, this particular one is going to be used in 4 different places. All right, so I even we're going to clear many times also. So when I press the clear button, it's going to run a general procedure to go clear all the products page and the sales page. I just stuck it on that button, stuck it in this procedure, general procedure, clear products, and then you can run it from many different other procedures. So again, using this modular approach really helps limit the errors you make, limit the maintenance required, and it just make it generally easier to write code. All right, so that's how we save the data, and we'll see what's next in the next video, probably to update the data.